All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Just a little Powerade there. Talk about some motivation, talk about some meditation, talk about some inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. Got to start looking at how things work in our favor. What does it mean to be a positive person? What does it mean to utilize your gifts, your talents, your abilities? How do you overcome challenges? On a daily basis, how are we going through things? What is it that we're facing off against? When we face things that are challenging, how do we overcome those challenges? Are we looking inside for the answer? Are we looking inside for the ability? Motivation, meditation, inspiration is about that. It's about finding a way to utilize our gifts, to utilize our talents. When we're in a place, when we're in a time where a lot of the challenges that we're facing off against, we're going through Mercury retrograde right now. And when we're looking at these times and in these places, how we're utilizing our gifts, it's important that we find ways to be positive and to allow positivity into our space and into our being, in our vibration, allowing the things that aren't meant for us to leave and for the things that are meant for you to enter your life and to enter your journey. I focused so much on how to allow others to do that for me that when it started taking time, it started taking the place within to overcome those kind of challenges. Focusing beyond the challenges, what it's about. It's about looking within, it's about adapting, it's about overcoming, and finding ways to use our gifts, to use our talents. What does it mean to be yourself? What does it mean to be who you are within? It's a true part of our vibration to face things. It's a true part of our vibration to overcome those things that we face off against and utilize the skills that we have inside. Like I ask this question every day, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? Also writing a declaration, writing what it means to be yourself, what it is that you utilize, things like Newton's third law of motion: for each action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Light divided by darkness, universal ability, and types of things that I think about on a daily, when I sit here and I read these 10 scrolls of success this morning, and I sit down and I do my mantras and I read through them, and I start to utilize them in a way, what does it mean? What does it mean? Is it more than just words, what you're speaking out? Is it more than just a vibration? When we're focusing beyond the challenge, are we looking within? Are we looking for the way to overcome? It's with that kind of a place where we go within ourselves that we seek out the answer, and when we're overcoming the challenges, how are we using our gifts? What is it that we're manifesting? So focusing to that place, to write the things down, on a daily, I also have a log, I keep my daily challenges written down day by day what I'm going through. That way you can go back and look back at your day and what you're facing off against today. You know, it's truly an amazing process to be ourselves. You know? What would it take? What would it take for you to write your story? What would it take for you to be on your journey? What would it take for you to write down the practices and to write down the things that you're going through? You know, and I spend at least 10 minutes a day on the videos, and then I spend an additional 4 minutes reading the 10 Scrolls of Success, and an additional 2 minutes reading my mantras, and an additional 10 minutes, you know, writing the things down and how the challenges that I face off against on a daily, you know. And as I start to get into the ability to work with the process of meditation, the ability within, you know, and ultimately one day I will have a sauna. You know, I will have a place of practice, a place of being where it's silence, where it's beyond the heat within, where it goes beyond the challenges.
You too. I'm done.
Where what we face off against is greater than the challenges that we're facing off against on a daily. You know, it's inside of that place where we learn to be who we are. You know, look within ourselves is what I'm trying to say. And when you're going through challenges out there, find ways within yourself to face off against them. You know, it's motivation, meditation, inspiration is believing within. You know, it's believing that you have what it takes. And so when you're disciplined and you are setting time aside on a daily, you know, as I'm sitting here, I'm looking at these 10 Scrolls of Success, and I'm on Scroll Mark 3, you know, and I've gone through some quite difficult part of this journey, and you know, I sat down and I wanted to see the growth and, you know, how we use those challenges that we face off against, how we use the things that we are going through and the things that we're facing off against on a daily to overcome those challenges. And, you know, one of those ways is expressing. One of those ways is speaking out. It's reading things. It's listening to the things that are bringing you closer to your positivity, to your vibration, and to your ability to manifest from within yourself. And here I am in that place, you know, in that space, spending that kind of time, spending that kind of ability. And, you know, I need to start putting a little more time into the internal journey and internal path, you know. Another thing is set barriers, set goals for yourself on a daily basis, you know. Hold yourself accountable when things are coming through for you. Write them down, date them, you know. Put them in a place where what you have going on inside, you have the ability to be responsible for. You know, put them in front of you to where you're willing to sign your name on them. Where what you're putting out is coming from within yourself. When you start to believe at that level, and that's when it starts to become a vibration. And so, become disciplined. Become a place of discipline. Utilize your gifts. Utilize your talents. Utilize your abilities on a daily basis. Even if you don't see them working, it's little by little that brings you closer towards that person inside. And I just want you all to become inspired, to become a reflection of inspiration. Because as I ask every day, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? Because if it's not one of the three, I don't want it. All I gotta say is blessings all and namaste.
And just have her call me as she's on her way or whatever. I'll have one of my best guys